Hello guys, a very good morning or good afternoon or good evening and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here and don't know me, my name is Luna and I'm an English literature student doing research in the UK. Ever since I have announced that I'm taking up a research program in the UK, I have been receiving a lot of DMs in my Instagram about the research degree, the curriculum and academic life in general. But I have been so caught up and occupied with my school here that I couldn't find time to be active either on Instagram or on YouTube. But just last week, I have finished all my assignments and submitted them, so successfully finished my second term of the course. So I thought this would be a perfect opportunity for me to just sit and have a chat with you and share how the life, particularly the academic life and education, is in the UK while I reflect on my first and second term of the course. So before we jump straight into the video of reflecting about first and second term, I just wanted to take a moment and give you a little overview about my program and course here, so that you will have a better idea and understanding of what an academic life is here and what this video is about. I'm an English literature student and I have done my bachelor's and master's, but this research program is not a PhD or MPhil. This is also a master's level research program. This is called MRES program. In short, this is MA in English Literature by Research. Why I'm doing double masters with research degree in English literature, I have explained and justified my reasons entirely in this video. Somewhere I'm tagging here, so I don't want to discuss that again here. So if at all you're curious on why I chose this program, you can check this out. So this is not for 3 years or 4 years, this is just for 1 year. So the topic I'm choosing, or the theme and the subject matter we are researching about, is very limited and should be very precise as well. And my areas of study are children's literature and gender studies. I'm trying to club both of them to research into a bigger topic. So what does my course consist of and how can I tally up my progress? The good thing is that it doesn't have any examinations, but also the stressful thing is that it has a lot of submissions that kind of track up your progress and show your research in quality and in quantity. Let's talk about the first term. This was really a good one, but it's not just a good one. It has a lot of learnings, a lot of emotions and a lot of things that happened in the first term. When I came in here initially, I was bubbling with a lot of excitement and enthusiasm because I wanted to do research and naturally hence the excitement. But I was in an expectation that university or the department kind of gives me a schedule or a curriculum that these are the classes, these are the meetings, these are so and so, so and so. But on my first week itself, I realized that none of that's going to happen. I mean, my university designed a schedule, but it is only for UG and PG students, not for master's research students. And don't judge me on this because I was very new, and I told you before, I was a very blank page when I came in for the research program here. So I was like, okay, but I was feeling very clueless without any schedule, and my supervisor has advised me that I had to make a proper schedule for my term so that I will be focused and doesn't just go clueless anywhere. And that required a lot of effort and time and energy because I need to follow up with a lot of classes that my professors are teaching UG and PG students, and I had to mail them if I will be allowed to sit in their classes because they are aligning with my subject matter. And then you have to line up a lot of reading sessions and seminars and if there are any conferences, so that you will be thorough with what's happening out in the world, in the world of literature. At the same time, you have to plan your trips to nearby libraries or book events to gather your resources or access archives. So I had to really schedule 3 months in advance with all of these things. On top of that, I have to make sure I am available for my supervision meetings with my primary supervisor and secondary supervisor. So that was a big deal. It's like I'm planning my life entirely for 3 months ahead. And it was really helpful so that I have a structure and I plan my trips every weekend so that I can go to libraries, access resources, or do proper research. And at the same time, I always gave my weekdays. I decided to give my weekdays for my supervisors. Actually, they decided because they were available at the time, and I have to make sure I am available so that I can really use their feedback and their expertise in the field. So that was one thing in a nutshell. And the other thing is figuring out my research. I had a lot of ideas, like there were so many ideas, so many questions, so many things I was interested in, but this is not PhD and it is just for 1 year, and I have to fix my research topic that is very precise to be dealing with in 1 year time. And that was very tough for me because I never did that before. And I chose to blend children's literature and gender studies because there is a lot of gender stereotypic imagery and illustrations that are depicted in children's literature, and that kind of influence the growth and upbringing of children's character and notional perspective in general. So I'm very interested in how, by changing the narration of the story and the stereotypes of illustrations and narration, can totally change an entire generation. I know I'm speaking a lot, but yeah, that was my topic, and I wanted to see how I can put that in my research. And I ended up deciding on my research topic as an analyzation of the beauty representation in the fairy tales of Brothers Grimm, Charles Perrault and Hans Christian Andersen. So it took a while. I mean, I'm just saying a sentence as my topic, but it took a while to decide on that because I was very general in my topic as children's literature and gender studies, and then I had to narrow it down. And it took a lot of reading, studying and researching to see what my interest or where my interest is going. And then I understood that I want to go at the bottom of the problem, like fairy tales, in my opinion, are where the children are exposed to the literature. So I wanted to start from there. And now the just gender stereotypes isn't enough. What is specifically in that gender stereotypes I have to deal with? Then I chose beauty because there are so many girls and boys that are battling their insecurities because they feel like they are not good enough with their outer appearance, which is not true. Everybody is beautiful. Just in case you don't know, you are beautiful. But coming back to the topic, so there are a lot of people who really battle insecurities because they don't feel good enough and they try to imitate certain stereotypes. So I wanted to touch on that specifically. I mean stereotypes, but beautified stereotypes. So I wanted to start that from fairy tales, and I had to choose authors and text, and then I had chosen Brothers Grimm, Charles Perrault and Hans Christian Andersen. And I have done a lot of reading, studying and going through research papers, resources, selecting. So my first term basically went with all of these things, and I also wrote a research proposal on how I will be carrying out my research, and I submitted that to my supervisor, which is informal submission, by the way. So that was all about my first term, which involved a lot of studying, learning and deciding certain things about my research and a bit of writing the proposal. Now let's talk about the second term. This term is really intense. I can't emphasize enough the word intense. I still can't believe the fact that I finished my second term and I'm sitting right here and talking to you, smiling and reflecting about my second term, because there was a point during my term where I was really scared and clueless and with no creativity. So let's talk about this. So the second term expects me to submit 3 preliminary research submissions that are intermediate essay, extended research proposal and annotated bibliography. Now, the research proposal and annotated bibliography are kind of interlinked with one another, but intermediate essay is completely different but should be related. So during my entire second term, all I did was studying, researching, writing, drafting, editing, polishing the drafts for final submissions. That's why it was too intense, and I had very less time because during the initial weeks I kind of was little carefree with my time. I was doing qualitative work, but at the same time I was doing it at my own pace. Like, I was taking up a lot of classes, I was going to seminars, reading sessions, I was applying for conferences. At the same time I was going to libraries to gather resources and all the stuff. But during all this process I was doing research as well, which is good, but at my own pace. I was not keeping the deadline in my mind. I was doing very peacefully. In midst of the term I realized that I'm so behind. I was only able to draft one proposal in entirety, and I submitted to my supervisor for the feedback. The good thing was that my supervisor liked the proposal. The only suggestion she gave is to add resource section at the end and also timeline section at the end. Other than that, she liked the proposal. It has good weight, but there were some minor feedbacks, edits here and there to reconsider. But the annotated bibliography and the essay I haven't touched. The essay was at 20%, the annotated bibliography was at 40%, and there were just 4 or 5 weeks to go. But it's not like I am having no content in my mind. I did the work. It's just I haven't drafted it. I studied, I researched, I crafted, I had so many creative ideas and analysis. And I have also done a lot of doodling notes in my physical notebooks. It's just I haven't drafted it. But it felt so intense, stressful and heavy that in just 5 weeks time I have to draft and perfect these preliminary submissions. That was kind of stressful, and my supervisors kind of advised me that I need to get my drafts ready as soon as possible, because if at all I keep them for last minute, it's not gonna happen. It's not like it's a school essay you can do last minute. It's a MA research essay, so they kind of expect your level to be of this much, not here. So immediately I started working on the bibliography. I finished it, but parallelly I kind of finished drafting my essay as well, and I submitted them. But unfortunately, my supervisor liked the bibliography very much but didn't like the essay. She said it's not up to the mark, and if I submit this as it is, it might fail as well. And that was the point my heart just skipped its beat and dropped down. I was like, oh my god, my mind went blank. But I realized that I had to accept that and start working on that, because in whatever time I have, I just need to put in my best effort. And I took in the suggestion that I need to add a lot of argument and analysis. Maybe because I was focusing on bibliography, I kind of just wrote essay like that. I didn't make sure it was of good quality and scholarly language and all of it. So I redid the essay, but only again 30% of it, and showed my supervisor like, how is this? Is the quality okay? Is it up to the mark? Or am I going in the right direction? And she gave a green signal, which is good. And so yeah, that was how I submitted my all research components in time, for which I'm very proud of, but not something I should be proud of, because it's not a very healthy habit to be staying awake 20 hours straight and just cram your hours without proper food, nutrition or sleep, which is really important. But surprisingly, I didn't feel sleepy at all. I just was in a state of flow, which really helped me, but which I plan not to do again, because it kind of affects the aftermath, like now I'm actually feeling tired every day. I'm kind of sleeping 8 to 9 hours because my body needs it to be back again, maybe. So I'm kind of giving my body that grace at this point. But yeah, in whole, that was my first and second term. There was a lot of learning, not just in academic life, in every aspect of my life, like work, social life, traveling, groceries, cooking, everywhere. There is so much I learned. I just can't fit everything in one video, but I tried filming bits and bits during my first term and second term here, but I couldn't upload any of it. But now such I'm trying to get my life together and organize it. I'll be uploading all of those videos and vlogs or like these chatty videos soon here, so that you will have more insights into the academic life in the UK. If you watched till the end, please give this video a big thumbs up and comment down below if at all you still have any questions or doubts regarding research or academic life in the UK and I haven't covered it in this video. And please don't forget to subscribe my channel, because every one of you kind of motivates me to be back here and create more content. I see you in the next one.